Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture series videos of hydraulics and pneumatics. So in the previous lecture, we have discussed about the smash plate type of piston motor, where this motor comes under inline type of motor. So this motor, in this video, we are going to discuss about the bent axis piston motor. Here, the input shaft and the rotating cylinder block is not in inline manner. The axis of the rotating cylinder block and the drive shaft is slightly bent. The speed of rotation of the motor is depends upon the axis bent in the motor. So let us discuss about the constructional and operating features of the bent axis piston motor. So this illustration explains the bent axis type of motor. Here we can able to see the drive shaft which is inclined with the cylinder block. So the cylinder block axis is not in line with the drive shaft axis. It is slightly bent. So here we have a stationary cylinder block. In the stationary cylinder block, inlet and outlet ports are there. The stationary cylinder block is connected with the rotating cylinder block. Inside the rotating cylinder block, cylinders are there. Inside the cylinder, pistons are there, which is connected with the connecting rod, and the connecting rod is connected with the universal joint with the drive shaft. So this setup will make a will convert a linear motion into rotary motion. And coming to the operation, the oil from the reservoir is pressurized in the pump. The mechanical action of the pump pressurizes the fluid and it is sent it to the direction control valve. By changing the suitable position in the direction control valve, the fluid is directed is inside the fluid inlet of the bent axis type of motor. When the pressurized fluid enters in the stationary cylinder block and it is connected with the rotating cylinder block, and the fluid pressurized fluid pushes the piston, the thrust force is exerted in the piston, which will make a linear motion on the piston. Piston will move from left hand side to right hand side. That is, the extension of the piston can be accomplished. This extension of the piston causes oscillation in the system, that is in between the connecting rod and the drive shaft. On the other hand, the distance between the piston and the universal drive is reduced. So the piston moves from right hand side to left hand side. The oil which is already accumulated in the outlet port is forced to the fluid outlet in the chamber in the stationary cylinder block. Since we already connected the fluid outlet to the direction control valve, which the fluid is directed through the direction control valve, and further it is bypassed to the reservoir by suitable alignments. So this is how the bent axis type of motor can be run. The direction can be reversed by changing the outlet and an inlet, and the force of the motor can be changed. That is, torque can be changed by changing the pressure. So we can accommodate any type of pressure control valve. By varying the pressure, the torque of the motor can be changed. And by incorporating the flow control valve, fluid flow rate can be changed. Further, it affects the speed of the motor. And this is the three-dimensional view and the illustration of the motor. So initially, we have a cylinder block, that is the stationary cylinder block, and rotating cylinder block, and the drive shaft, which are sequentially connected inside the system. When you allow the pressurized oil at the required pressure, and that inlet causes the thrust forces on the piston. Then the piston thrust on the drive shaft flange results in torque on the shaft. That the torque can be transmitted in the universal link which maintains alignment so the shaft and the cylinder block always turn together, which will convert the linear motion into oscillatory motion. Further, it will be converted into a rotary motion. Oil is carried in a piston bore to outlet and forced out as a piston is pushed back by means of flange. So the oil is collected at the outlet and further it is bypassed to the reservoir via direction control valve. So the maximum speed of the motor can be accomplished with the maximum inclination angle, and if the inclination angle is zero, the motor will comes into rest. This is the three-dimensional view of the motor, and the corresponding connected parts is also illustrated here. And this is the drive shaft, this is the universal joint, and this is called the connecting rod, piston, cylinder blocks, both stationary and rotary blocks are connected sequentially in the motor. References for the presentation: Fluid Power, authored by Anthony Esposito, published by Pearson Education, New Delhi, 2003. And the second reference, Fluid Mechanics and Hydraulic Machines, authored by R.K. Bansal, published by Lakshmi Publications, New Delhi, the year 2020. In this video, we have discussed about the bent axis type of motor, how it is, the construction wise, it is differentiated from the swash plate type, and how the linear motion is converted into a rotary motion by the mechanical action of the parts, everything we discussed. So this type of motor is also used for below moderate and slow speed applications and high torque requirements. So whenever you want this kind of requirement in the hydraulic system, we can prefer this type of. So I hope this video is useful for you. So thanks for watching this video.